Welcome to qnawire.
This is problem number 20 of Stewart 8th edition, section 2.2. Guess the value of the limit, if it exists, by evaluating the function at the given numbers, correct to 6 decimal places. The limit as x approaches -3 of the function x squared minus 3x divided by the quantity x squared minus 9, and the given numbers are the following x values that are listed at the bottom. In order to guess the limit, in order to try to figure out what this limit might equal, we first use this function, which we will call f, and evaluate it at all of these given x values. So take the first x value, and plug it into the function, and then see what that value is, and continue with the following values. In this spreadsheet, we have done that, and we have done the calculations, and we can confirm that when you plug in x is -2.5, you get -5. When x is -2.9, you get -29. When x is -2.95, you get -59. When x is -2.99, you get -299. When x is -2.999, you get -2,999. And when x is -2.9999, you get -29,999. And we will be stopping here for now because we sense a pattern, and we see that the closer that this value gets to -3, which is what the limit is defined at, we see that the function approaches a very, very large negative number. And since this is the one that is closest to -3, we will just keep our eye on that for now. We look at the other side. So when we approach -3, coming from -2.5 to -2.9, we are approaching it from the right-hand side. The next values approach -3 from the left-hand side. And we see that the values of the function increase from 7 to 31 to 61 to 301 to 3001, and finally to 30,001. And since this last point is the closest to the value of -3 from the left-hand side, we will highlight that. And what we do is we compare, because we have now been able to describe the behavior of the function around x equals -3. And what we see is that to the right of -3, the function is evaluated at a very large negative number. And closer to -3 from the left-hand side, the value or the behavior of the function is very, very large, very positive. And in order for this limit to have a confirmed value, we first need to have these two limits exist. In this case, they do. But then we also need them to be equal to each other. And we see that that won't be the case because one is a very large negative number and the other one is a very large positive number. Eventually, what we will see, especially if we plot this function, is that from the right-hand side, the function approaches -infinity. That's the limit from the right-hand side. From the left-hand side, the function approaches positive infinity. And because these two don't necessarily agree or are equal, we say that this limit does not exist.